the general public sometimes has a preconceived notion about therapy, and it can be negative, and I really would love to change that. I think it has changed over the years. It still needs to change more, but I think therapy should honestly be viewed as only a positive. My name is Ruth Golomb, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. I've been working at the Behavior Therapy Center since the mid-1980s, and I treat anxiety disorders and depression. We do cognitive behavior therapy, which is we look at people's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And we want to help people behave in a way that is very congruent with their internal personal feelings and lifelong goals, and also help them function in a way that feels comfortable for them. I really feel like when people have anxiety and or depression, there's a certain amount of suffering that goes on. And I really feel like I have the ability to help people reduce or eliminate their suffering. And I think that's really important to achieving a higher quality of life. What people get wrong about therapy is they think people have to be really, really ill in order to come in, and that is not universally true. People come into therapy for all sorts of reasons. Everybody experiences a certain amount of anxiety and or depression. Feelings are normal. When someone has an anxiety disorder or a depressive disorder, it's a big reaction to their anxiety or to their depression, and therefore understanding what is normal and reasonable. One of the biggest challenges, oddly enough, is the internet, because I think there's a lot of misinformation. What happens sometimes is people will have an appointment with me, we'll talk about things, I'll spend a lot of time changing misconceptions, they'll go home, they'll look up things on the internet, they'll look at sources that are questionable, and then they'll come back with misinformation again, and I have to keep correcting that. Sometimes also it's just people's innate feelings of being inadequate, or because they're in therapy, or that therapy is a sign of weakness. And that becomes really challenging as well. And really helping people understand that therapy can be empowering and not at all a sign of weakness. Also, sometimes well-meaning family members can be dismissive or even critical. So really helping the whole family learn how to support the client can be really important. When you work with children, it's an opportunity, honestly, because if kids can learn early on how their little nervous system works and how they become reactive and how they might become anxious in certain situations, and they learn skills early on, then they can learn these good skills and be set for life. And really can help them from developing further anxiety as they get older, and also can help them learn how to balance themselves well and manage better as adults. It's so important to be able to recognize when you need help and to be willing to work on that. And I think the people I meet are just wonderful human beings, but also very brave. And I'm not sure people always recognize how strong they are. And I'm happy to be a witness to that and to help reflect that back to them, because I think a lot of the people I work with are just, wonderful people who are held back by their disorder, and I'm glad to be able to help them move forward and break down those barriers. People feel more comfortable in their own skin. They feel like they can function better. Things that were hard for them, they can do the same activities, but it's just easier for them. They're the only ones that know it, but I know it too. So that is very gratifying.